Welcome, everybody, to the Power Up Forgive meeting. I'm Coach Catherine. I'm a trainer specialist, and I will be your coordinator today. GOE's intention is to support the growth of Power Up community meetings anywhere and everywhere they are desired. So let's get started with our special guest, Coach Taylor. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. If you have this manual or something that looks like it or copies of it, you can refer to the fact that we are going to be working on the Forgive meeting. Now, the Forgive meeting, and I say it like that, Forgive meeting, it's not the Forgive meeting, is to be held on the first week of March, the first week of June, the first week of September, and the first week of December. That's the ideal time when everybody is studying this tool. However, if your date doesn't fit in with that date, that's okay. Be along with us, and we're happy that you are here.
Thank you so much, Coach. Would you mind giving a little bit of history of Forgive?
Sure, I don't mind that at all. Forgive as a tool was actually added to our toolbox later on, towards the end of the development of the tools. It was at the Los Angeles County Jail in a module called Gogi Campus, where the women had gathered together, 24 in a module, to help develop out these tools and the Gogi culture. Well, one girl wanted to be of service, and she was not yet safe from the harm she was causing herself by her thoughts or by her actions. So one of her Gogi sisters, as they called them, said, "You can't help anybody until you are safe from harm. You can't be of service to anybody." And she said, "Well, for me to give back, I need to be safe from harm." That's how we got our tool, Forgive. It's not about forgiveness, although that's what happens in the process. It's for me to give, I must be safe from harm. Forgive is our safety tool.
Thank you so much. Welcome, everybody. At this time, we're going to pass it to Ivanica to start the meeting.
Good morning, everybody. The Gogi tools are studied worldwide according to the Gogi calendar of study. We unite others according to the schedule so no one will feel that they are alone in their effort to make positive decisions. We believe in everyone's ability to benefit from this positive community of individuals united on the Gogi calendar of study. Therefore, we call this the PowerUp Forgive meeting in order. And we join in the tool being studied by the students of Gogi everywhere. A quick review of the tools: boss of my brain, belly breathing, 5-second light switch, positive thoughts, positive words, positive actions, claim responsibility, let go, forgive, what if, reality check, and ultimate freedom. The PowerUp purpose. The objective of PowerUp community meetings is to reinforce the use of Gogi tools and support positive community experiences. We accomplish our objective through the study of the Gogi tools shared in peer mentor circles according to the Gogi calendar of study.
So at this time, we're going to do a quick check-in. So for myself, I'm doing amazing. Getting ready to go swimming at my in-laws' house and enjoy the sun and barbecue and just make the best of the day.
Good morning, everybody. I'm doing well. Monday, I am fortunate enough to say that I started a new job, thanks to Johnny and Jonathan, who recommended me at the place that they work, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. Today's Saturday, 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, everyone. It's a beautiful day. Just getting ready for Monday. You know, just getting myself mentally ready. Public transportation and all, trying to figure all these things out and do some reconnaissance today, and then hopefully later on I'll have some barbecue too as well.
Thank you, Robert. Well, I'm trying to dress the part, feel the part, and these beautiful beads that I got from, everyone knows my son, James, but I'm really feeling like this is not the norm at all. In our community, we have a huge parade, a huge everything going on, and the lake open, and of course this 4th of July, that's not going to happen, so I just thought I'd try to dress the part and put on my Gogi smile.
Woke up, started working, and now I'm here. I get to see all of my family today, which is very rare because we never really get all together because marriage and children. So I'm pretty excited to do that, and it should be a good day.
I did social distancing poker last night. which was really interesting, but I was up later than I anticipated, but ready to celebrate America's birthday today.
Doing great here in New York. You know, it's really tough here with the pandemic. So we usually go to the beach also. We go out to Long Island, but not this year. So just staying home and hopeful.
I'm also doing really good. I got up this morning and I went on a workout with my dad, which was a lot of fun. We're all gonna cook lunch together and after this meeting is over, so that should be a good time to like spend time with family because I've been really busy these past few days. So yeah.
Well, I'm doing really great. Now is an opportunity for me to assess all sorts of opportunities and new things that we can do to expand the Go-Geek culture. It's also a time for me to rest and relax. And out of 1 to 10, I am at a 9.5.
I am doing really well today. I would say if we're doing the scale, I'm about an 8.5, getting to a 9. And just looking forward to actually a couple of days of no work and relaxation and connecting with family, even though we're distant. I'll be able to talk to my parents and my brother and some of my extended family. So I'm grateful for that.
I'm doing great. I'm glad to be back with you guys. I missed a couple weeks. Yeah, we had a challenging week last week for myself and my wife. You know, circumstances with this COVID, you know, it's crazy. And you know, going through that process, it's just it's a headache. It gets you on edge, you know, but we got through it. And yeah, I'm feeling great.
Jonathan, I am doing awesome this morning. Always love a bright, shiny morning and opportunity to be with you guys with the Gogi. Congratulations to Robert for getting hired. That's awesome. Probably unknown to you and also Johnny. You are taking over my role because come Monday I got to put in my 2-week notice because I was given an opportunity to work full time somewhere else. So I'm quite excited about that. I'm doing good this morning. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be with everyone here.
Thank you, Jonathan. Today we're gonna hang out, eat. Johnny's gonna eat a lot of barbecue, get in the pool, swim a little. I doggy paddle. I don't swim too much. I'm learning. So yeah, we get to hang out, see the kids. My parents have a big property, so we don't all have to be in one little space. And it'll be fun. It'll be time to relax and kind of, you know, just be free-minded, I guess.
I'm having an amazing weekend. I'm with my cousin. So I haven't seen her in quite a while, and social distancing with some other family members today, and just really grateful for this holiday and for the health of my family. That's improving and yeah, so I can't be better. Thanks.
Thank you so much, everybody, for checking in. This time we're going to pass it to Coach Carlson for a quick review.
The tool today is Forgive. We studied the tool Forgive the first week of March, June, September, and December. Forgive is a tool of moving forward. For me to give, I need distance from harm. So those are the key words for Forgive. And Forgive is my safety tool. For me to give, I unhook from the past and find my internal freedom. And this comes directly from the PowerUp manual. It says, Forgive is our safety tool. Forgive is your permission to move forward and put a stop to recurring pain. In a real way, forgive is your ticket away from the harm, even if you were the one who caused the harm. Here's how to use the Gogi tool Forgive. What is the harm? What hurts the most? Where in my life do I hold resentments? Where do I have disappointment, rage, or anger? Get distance. Am I a sufficient distance from the potential harm? Is there a way for me to be hurt this way again? If so, I will get away. For the give. For me to give, I unhook from the past and get to safety. With my new distance from the pain, I can choose to do something nice for someone else. I choose to be of service. So I think a good example of this is simply, in my life at least, being around people and around situations that were harmful to me in the past, and really using that Gogi tool and separating myself from those situations and those individuals, and then realizing that once I got myself into a healthy and safe place, I was able to actually go back to those people in that community and give back to them through the information I'd acquired through Gogi and positive decision making. And so that was a huge part of my growth over the past, I would say, 10 years or so. So that's your tool review.
Thank you so much, Coach.
You're welcome.
At this time, we're going to participate in an activity. We're going to invite a couple people to share how they would like to give back to their community once they're safe from harm. So this week, me and Jonathan had a coworker who passed away, and we attended their funeral this week. And it was a guy who actually lived at the facility. He was a client. He completed the program, and then he lived at the facility, and he's lived there for 5 years. And I used to think like, man, good Lord, get a house or something. But come to find out that the pastor had actually talked to him, and he's like, hey, so what are your plans? Do you plan on, moving out and moving in with your family? Or he says, nah. He says, you know what? I have some making up to do. I harmed a lot of people, and I'm staying here so that I can continue to help people and be here 24 hours a day. And I've been offered other jobs, and I was even thinking about going somewhere else to work, more money, benefits, and all of that. But I think that kind of cemented the reason why I'm in this work. It's to be of service to other people, and I believe that I'm there for a reason, and I love what I do. And so for me, I'm able to give back by staying sober, by being a part of Gogi, by sharing Gogi with them. So for me, that's the way that I'll give back, is continue to stay where I'm at and just continue to do the work that we're doing. And it's going to be awesome to have Robert there. It's going to be sad to see Jonathan leave, but he's always welcome to come back. So for me, understanding that purpose for me to give, I have to be safe from the harm. I can't be using drugs and trying to be an alcohol and drug counselor. That just doesn't work. So we want to invite maybe a couple people to share how they'd like to give back to their community.
Hey, how y'all doing? Good seeing you guys. I don't even know what to say. I just got up. I heard the phone go off when I got Johnny's message this morning. So I got on up, and glad to be here though. But when I think of me giving back, I feel almost like you just said, Johnny. I feel like it was my calling, and I feel like when I let go and let God, that's when things had started to change for me. Like even when we was on the inside, trying to fight to come home, we was being servants in there to other folks, trying to get them to realize what we was trying to do, so they can get on board with it and be a part of it. And then, like we used to always say, though, go to these programs to put more tools in our toolbox, right? And it could pay off twice. It could pay off twice because it could get us out of prison, but it could also keep us out of prison. We know some folks that was going to the groups to get chronos so they can go home, right? But they still wasn't living by the tools that they was given. So that's why we say that we can win twice by the tools that we was given, getting out of prison and staying out, right? Because unfortunately, we know some guys that played that game, just did enough just to get out, but really hadn't made no real true changes. And unfortunately, like I say, they went back to prison. So, that's like what I like to think about. And then like here in my community, people ask me why I go to my community, because that's my community. I was once young, I would wish that somebody would have came back and spent some time with me, just talk to me, Last week, one of the youngsters over in the neighborhood, 17 years old, OD'd on drugs. I always wish like I could have got with that young dude, before that would have happened, but I always go in my community. Tuesday, I got one of those blue rhinos or something, the taco grills, and they want to use it over there, right? And I don't mind them using it, but they are still like living their lifestyles, and I'm trying to pull them away from that lifestyle, but I don't want to be sitting over there knowing the lifestyle they live, So I told them what I will do. I have a friend that live around the corner, a few blocks away. I would take the taco grill to his house. I cook up all the taco meat and put it in the pans and foil it up, and y'all just come back and get it and take it back around there where y'all gonna have the repast at, right? So, you know, those are some of the things that I like to do in my community, you know, and not just in my community, you know, anybody that reach out to me for help, you know, because that's my line of work I do. You know, I feel blessed and fortunate. And I happened to find my job while we were still incarcerated, you know, just doing the work that we was doing in there. So, you know, those are some of the things that I like to do just to give back, because I feel like we're put in positions for a reason and to help folks, you know, because a lot of folks, that's all they need is a helping hand. So that's all I have. Thank you.
So one thing too that Jonathan said that was really important is that when it comes to the Gogi students who are watching, like, it's more than just doing it to get out. Like, what are you going to do once you get out? You have to prepare yourself a little bit past that just getting out point.
Yeah, so I was sitting there listening to James, listening to you, Johnny, and one of the things I've been trying to come up with the solution is I wanted to figure out how I can assist Cannon, my old employment. How can I assist them in the transition, especially when we have a new guy like Robert coming on, and also the fact that I'm basically vacating something. So one way that I want to provide service to them and to show appreciation for, one, giving me an opportunity and a vote of confidence to work in the field straight out of prison, is figuring out how I can go over there and work, still working full-time at the new place, so I can hopefully make this transition as smooth as possible, not only for the employees, but for the clients, because I understand that the clients are going to probably take this not too happy. So somehow giving them that continuity and still showing them that I support them and I want the best for them as a team and as individuals. So that's one, that's what I want to do for service, and two, that's also my intention for the next couple of weeks.
Thank you. So at this time, we're going to do the weekly statement of intention. So we're going to go around and talk about our intention of the week. So for my intention of the week is to assist Robert, support him in any way I can, find out when his days that he's going to be there, you know, get him used to the clients and the facility, and just, you know, support him any way I can. Like, this might be his first job as an adult, and I get it. I was there too, and understanding the you know, what that comes with, and what I may be thinking about, and the fears, and he said the nervousness that he felt. But he's going to do amazing. Like, we work together. All of us have worked together, and he has a heart. And that's the first thing they said about him after the interview, was like, he has a heart for this work. And as long as he keeps that, like, he's going to do amazing. So that's my intention of the week.
My intention of the week is to work on my Gogi material, because I have been falling behind. I have a daughter who is pregnant with twins. It's just, her hormones are everywhere. I mean, for those women, we know pregnancy is something else. So I've been dealing with her. We have some family things going on, and just a lot of little things, but I need to set my priorities. So my intentions of this week are to get my priorities back in order, and, you know, to work on my Gogi material. I really need to catch up.
Well, congratulations on going to be a grandma for twins. Are they boys or girls?
And grandpa.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
Yeah. Gender reveal next Saturday.
Oh, fun. My intention, although I think it was my intention a couple weeks ago too, and I didn't accomplish it, is to try to kind of organize my craft room and do some things on my embroidery machine. I used to just get up in the morning and embroider all day long, and I taught classes, and that drove my enthusiasm. But I can't teach the classes, and I feel kind of down, so I'm going to work on that.
Thank you, Carol. My intent. Well, first of all, can I ask some questions before I say my intentions?
Yeah.
I heard like some tail end stuff. Jonathan leaving Cannon House.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Robert going to Cannon House.
Yeah, he just got hired. He starts
Okay.
Monday.
Cool. Hey, and the reason why I wanted to ask you a question because,
You want to know where to drop off the tacos?
well, that too, right? But I knew about Cannon House, right? Even before you guys came home, right? And I used to go by there, and I knew what it was, but then I knew what it had became, right? And I knew the class that y'all was taking inside, right? The drug and alcohol, and y'all came over there, and that program like went to another level, right? Because you had some people in there that were serious. The people in there before,
Yeah.
it was like the ones that I was talking about went to the self-help class to get the certificates, but they wasn't real or serious about it. So how can you be doing drugs and be a drug counselor kind of thing? So yeah, y'all went over there and y'all really changed that program over there. You know, that's why y'all got in, and then y'all just excel. You know, because your characters, you know, your sincerity. So yeah, I hate to see Jonathan, knowing that Jonathan leaving, but I'm glad to know that Robert coming.
Yeah.
You know, so I just wanted to congratulate both of you guys on y'all journeys. But my intentions for this week probably just wow, try to get back in the flow of things, because I actually been on vacation. My boss made me go on vacation because she felt like I've been working too hard. So of course I agreed with her, right? So so I got to get back in the flow of like just you know, just working, and I don't know. It seemed like when I'm on vacation, I'm still not on vacation because it's still a lot of work going on, and I don't mind. I don't mind because a lot of things that we are now seeing coming forward or to surface is some of the issues and things that folks been out here fighting for before we came home. So just to be on the team and just to be pushing for some for some leverage for Black and brown communities, you know, it's a great time right now. So that's why when I think of that, it's like suddenly I'm not so tired no more. So I don't know. I think just get focused back, getting back in work, and also doing self-care too, taking care of self-care, because if we don't take care of self, how can we stay in the fight, right?
Thank you. Good to see you, James. I think my intention this week is going to be really to use the tool Forgive. Unfortunately, during this week, I did receive some information that was not the most positive about something and some folks that I'd invested a lot of time and energy into. And I think that that's okay. I think it's about using the tool like this and sort of distancing myself from the situation and figuring out what the best way to move forward is for my own personal, mental, and, you know, physical health. So I think that using this tool and enjoying the fact that I have these few days of no work and being connected with family and the things that I appreciate and that I'm grateful for, to use that time to actually use that tool Forgive and distance myself from that situation and get some real clarity around it and figure out what I'm going to do.
Hello. I think my intention for the week is the same as last week, because I think I didn't really follow up on it during the week just because I got a little busy, and so I kind of put it on the back burner a little bit. So I think I'm going to continue my intention from last week, which is just like prioritize myself a little bit and just make sure I'm taking care of my health and things just mentally, physically, and putting that first instead of always like saying like, oh, I'll do it later, because I think that's really easy to neglect yourself a lot. So that's my intention.
My intention for this week is checking up on my friends, because I don't get to see them as much, so, and I'm busy a lot, so I think those have kind of been, I haven't been keeping up on those as much as I should. So that is my intention for the week.
My intention for the week is securing full-time employment. I just came out of a job at the end of March and haven't been able to get anything. And I have an autistic 19-year-old at home, so I need to do something about this quickly. It's a little rough with the pandemic, but all things are possible. So that's my goal. And also getting to know a little bit more about Gogi. I'm excited about Gogi, waiting for that package to come in the mail. and continue to encourage other people, especially the younger generation.
I've been doing pretty good with my intention. Last week, practiced distance from harm, which means for me, anything negative people that kind of pull on me. So more focused on my physical self and being outdoors and working out, it's feeling really good. So I'm going to do more of that. I want more of that.
My intention for this week is to eat healthier. I have not been eating the best lately, and I can see it's affecting my productivity and focus. So I want to exercise, eat better, and continue to teach my nephew the Gogi tools. It's been great. Been teaching him the tools and about mindfulness. So I want to continue to do that this week.
So my intention is, like I said earlier when I first checked in, situations that have occurred in the last couple of weeks with, my father-in-law having a minor heart attack and some clogged arteries, so, we were like basically forced to change our whole nutritional diet here. And you know what? Now that I was sitting here thinking about what intention I was gonna focus on, and I think that's the intention I'm gonna use for this week, is to focus on eating healthier, for myself and for my father-in-law. It was a big scare for the family because, we're not, you never want to just want your loved ones to just go. You always want to keep them around. So, that opened our eyes to like, hey man, we need to change the way we eat, the way we live, the way we do things, even like helping out more around the house. He's a person that's he'll go do it himself, and I have to be mindful of that. And hey, you know what, Pops, I got it. You know what, let me take care of that. You just sit back and relax. So that's my intention for this week.
Yeah, my intention for the week is it's pretty simple to go to this new job, learn some more of the details about what the job consists of in terms of what they're offering me and what I'll be doing, and getting mentored up by Johnny and Jonathan, and I'm grateful for that. Constantly reaching back in my toolbox will be part of my week as well. As since I've been out, I've only been out 6 months, and I haven't gotten on public transportation but once. It brings up a lot of anxiety for me. And I will need to be disciplined to be, to ground myself and be centered and use the tools that are at my disposal to get through it. Like, it probably doesn't sound a whole lot of manly, but it's a little frightening for me. 23 years in prison. I went in as a kid, like a lot of my friends did, and I had very limited experiences. And you don't, in some respects, you don't leave prison the same way. You come out with some issues that you're dealing with, crowds and public, and so I know that I'm gonna need to stay vigilant and diligently work my tools and ground myself. So that's my intention for the week, to to believe in myself, to constantly reaffirm that that I can do this, and look for support when I can.
Well, this week is the tool Forgive, and so I'm going to be very mindful that for me to give back, I'm going to need safety from harm. In this case, I'm my own worst enemy when I don't get enough sleep, when I'm not patient enough, when I do not trust, when I rush to find a solution. I'm my only enemy. And so this week I will not do that. I will find safety from harm. I'm going to just be more peaceful, more meditative, more prayerful, more thoughtful, and trust that all the seeds that we've planted, regardless of what the world looks like in the next 90 days or 9 years, we've planted some very solid seeds. So for me, it's the tool Forgive.
So thank you. So before we wrap it up, we want to introduce a thought-provoking question. and get a couple volunteers to participate. So the question is, are there present or prior decisions you would have made differently if you were skilled in the tool forgive? So for me, like I shared with you guys, I had a coworker who passed away. And one thing that I do regret is that I kept that relationship superficial. I didn't really take time to get to know him. I didn't really get to know his family. And that's one thing that I've noticed that's been a struggle for me is, friendships out here. When I had the opportunity to go to Pelican Bay with Coach Taylor, what happened was as I was walking the yard at like 4:30 during count time, I was like, man, there's actually something I missed from prison. And besides the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, it was the relationships that I had with people. Out here, you don't walk 3, 4, 5 hours around in a circle with somebody. There's jobs and there's bills and there's all these other things. So for me, that's one thing that I would have done differently is I would have taken time to get to know him and his family more. So I'm going to make a conscious effort to do that with other people I work with and other people I spend time with. So anybody like to volunteer and share on that?
Yeah, I would just like to share about. I had a friend that I grew up with. His name called Wesley, right? And since we've been home, he had been fighting cancer, right? And I always go there and look out for him, drop him off, whatever he needs, stuff like that. But the last call I got from him, he was saying that he needed help to get set up in the bed because his daughter wasn't strong enough to sit him up in the bed so he could eat. And I had called a friend of mine that lived closer to him because he lived in Hawthorne, right? So I called him and see what he go there and see what's going on to help him, right? And he never called him. He never called him and never went over there. And then a few days later, he passed, So I'm always thinking about like, damn, man, I called you and asked you to go there and help him out. You know what I'm saying? All he wanted to do is sit up so he could eat. And and then he passed though. But I was feeling some kind of way about the friend that I asked to go over there. But now that we talking about this tool forgiveness, I know that I need to find in my heart to like, forgive him and not be feeling some kind of way because he didn't go over there. That's just some of the things that I'll be dealing with because this just happened, And that's what I'll be working with this week as well. Just being mindful of being forgiven. Thank you.
I'll share a little bit. I think something interesting for me that I realized is that the actual, the tool forgive and distance from harm being, a little different from forgiveness. I've always been someone who's easy to forgive. If someone has done something, I'm easy to say, it may be a very, sort of to make me feel better. Forgiving someone is oftentimes lifting that weight off. And it's been something that I feel like I come to pretty quickly, but I haven't been someone who's been able to distance myself from the injury or the danger very easily. If someone is not healthy for me, sometimes I want to stick around and see if we can fix the situation or solve the problem. And instead of separating yourself from it and learning through that distance and being safe and then giving back. So I just wanted to share that that's something that I feel like is pretty consistent in my life. And I have to use this tool a lot and realize that distance is, a really critical part of what makes this tool so effective. And what has been, I think, the missing part for me is really being willing to take that relationship or that situation and remove myself from it instead of trying to be in there and trying to fix it with that person and in that situation. So that forgiveness can be whole and can be real and I can release that and take that weight off of me. So that's just, sort of a personal use of the tool example that I wanted to give.
Thank you. Just a quick update. So if you've seen somebody's missing from the meeting and it's Ernesto, what happened was his PO in LA went to go to his sister's house and he should be coming to LA this week. Because he's working as a mechanic, he had like 3 cars that he started, and he wanted to make sure he finished. But he wanted to send his regards and thank everybody for their prayers and all of that. So one thing that we do as a Gogi community is we unite in the Gogi Pledge. And at this time, we're going to have Robert recite the pledge.
The Gogi Pledge of Service. May our commitment to the study of Gogi grant us the joy of giving and receiving, so that our inner freedom may be of maximum service to those we love and infinite others.
Thank you, Robert. Did you want to do it so everyone repeats after him, or is that okay?
Okay, repeat after me, but give it a beat. So let's go with our pledge. May our commitment
May
our commitment
to the study of Gogi
To the
to
study
the study of Gogi
grant us the joy
grant us
grant
the
us the joy
of giving and receiving,
of
of
giving,
giving and receiving,
so our inner freedom
so that our
that
inner
our inner
freedom
freedom
may be of maximum service
may
may be of maximum service
to those we love
to
to
those
those we love
and infinite others.
and
and infinite others. Another great Power Up community meeting. Thank you to our circle participants, and thank you all of you out there joining us. We hope you will return often and ask others to join you in the study of Gogi and continue to find ways to apply what you've learned. This is part of an ongoing series. We look forward to seeing you and spending time with you in the future. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Happy 4th of July.
Good to see all of you.
Hey, Robert.